So I'm just watering our Three Sisters garden here, and this is the corn, beans, and squash, and what we call companion planting. And there's a whole teaching behind it, a whole nice story. We have different stories. Maeve gave me a book to read that told a little bit of a different story, the Haudenosaunee Way. I work in the medicine wheel, and you know, like I said, when Indigenous people were corralled on reservations, they all became farmers. It didn't matter where you are or what kind of land you had. You're going to be a farmer, and that passing that permit system. But anyway, the Three Sisters is all about working together and getting along. So there's a little story that goes with that. And so the first sister to come along, her name was Corn Girl. And Corn Girl, she was really tall and really skinny, this long blonde hair that blew in the wind, you know. But the sun, like today, it was really hot and it burned her feet because she was alone. And when you grow corn, it comes out off the ground like that. And so she would topple over like that, and you know, she's lonely. But the second sister to come along, her name was Bean Girl, and Bean Girl was, you know, she has a lot of extra fruit, like top heavy kind of sort of. And she would just be toppling over. She was really heavy, and she would just get dirty and you know, kind of just continue to develop all this beautiful fruit. But the third sister to come along, her name was Squash Girl. And she was, you know, really short and really fat. You know, and they all came with beautiful different colors too. The Squash Girl, she had on a beautiful orange dress. And Bean Girl, she had on a beautiful pale green dress. And Corn Girl, she had on a beautiful yellow, sun golden yellow dress. So anyway, one day, I think it was Bean Girl, and she said, you know, Corn Girl, if I gave you some of my fruit, you could get more energy and you could hold me up and we could hang out together. And Corn Girl's like, yeah, let's do that. And so Squash Girl, she says, hey, what about me? She says, I know. If you gave me some of your fruit, Bean Girl, I could get energy and I could roll myself onto Corn Girl's feet, and then the sun, it wouldn't burn her feet anymore. And then we could all hang out together. What do you think? Oh yeah. And so they started growing like that, entangling, right? Corn Girl, she became really tall, beautiful, strong, and straight after that, right? And Bean Girl, she just leaned on Corn Girl, and then she became strong, you know, with all of this fruit. And Squash Girl, she just entangled herself all in around those roots and kept that moisture and that water that we need, right? And so, yeah, that's the story of the Three Sisters, what we know as companion planting for the corn, beans, and squash. And there are many stories of the corn, beans, and squash because, like I said, the sun and the moon, they decide how we're going to live, right? The moon, it is, element is the water, controls the tides, you know, the water underneath. The moon, the land is different in all areas of Turtle Island. So people pray about different things upon their land, right? How they're going to grow it, what comes, you know, what they want to come. They pray about that so that their communities can eat and survive and tell their stories. And so because the land is different, you know, and we are a seasonal climate, our stories become that. They become seasonal and how we need. So things that I like to work out with people is just learning all about that, like the 7 grandfather teachings, preserving the harvest, medicines. Cross-cultural education is the biggest one. And if you look out there at these people, we have many allies here today. We did our beautiful circle this morning and everybody going around introducing themselves, and we're so diverse here, and everybody is here for one reason, to make this land better, to grow for community food, for wellness, because that's what we want to do. We just want to heal the people, and that's what we're doing here.